Well, hello Internet, and welcome to my crochet tutorial. In this one tutorial, you're going to learn pretty much everything you need to know about hooks, slip knots, chains, turning chains, as well as single, one-half, double, double, and triple crochet stitches. And I have a lot to teach, so let's get into it. Now, crochet hooks are going to be differentiated by the thickness of their shafts in millimeters, and you can see that that thickness is both marked on the yarn as well as on the hooks. And it is perfectly normal to get a hook that is 1 millimeter under the recommended size. Whenever you very first start to crochet, the first thing you're going to have to learn how to do is to make a slip knot. So what you're going to want to do is take the yarn and wrap it around your two biggest fingers, and then you're going to tuck it underneath in the back, and then you're going to grab that U shape and pull it forward. And then you're going to take the strings on the side while holding the top and make a little loop at the very top, and then you're going to take your hook and insert it inside of that hole right there and then tighten it up. And once again here with thicker yarn, I'm going to wrap it around my two fingers. I'm going to take it behind. I'm going to tuck it underneath, and then I'm going to grab that U shape and pull it forward, and then get the other two strings, tighten them up, make a little hole there or a little loop, and then I'm going to insert my hook. And that's easy. And now we're going to make a chain. Now the most important thing here first off is to keep about the same amount of pressure on the yarn the whole time you are crocheting. So what I do is I tuck it in there in between those two fingers like I have right there, and then wrap it around, and then I grab the yarn, and then I'm going to start making my chain. So I just insert the hook, and then I'm going to proceed to pull it through the loop that I have down at the bottom of the hook. So we're just going to get it like that, and we're going to pull it through. Then we're going to take the hook once again, and we are going to lay it on this side of the yarn, and then we're going to pull it through. And you just have to do this over and over and over again. Now, whenever I was first learning how to crochet, the hardest thing or the biggest mistake that I made was I made it too tight. You want to keep this as loose as possible, but not too loose. Okay, it's like a feel thing, but you definitely don't want to get to the point where you're struggling pulling the hook through the loop. I'll just continue to do this a couple more times so that you can see it, and it's just something you have to practice, and if you practice it for a long enough period of time, you'll eventually just get it. But just keep that nice and loose, and don't struggle with it, otherwise it's going to cause all kinds of problems. Now I went and made that chain 11 in total loops right there, and now what I'm going to do is get to the hardest part. Now what you're going to have to do, this is going to be a single crochet stitch. You're going to tuck it in right in between those loops that you were making right inside of there, or V's or whatever you would like. And then you're going to pull the yarn through once, and then you're going to go up, and you're going to go with your hook and get a little bit more yarn, and then you're going to pull it through two of those loops that you created. And you're going to do this over and over again. So you're going to not tuck into where you already have put your yarn. You're going to go to the next V underneath of that. Once again, you're going to go and get your hook, and you're going to pull it through one time, and then you're going to go up again, exactly as I'm doing right here. And you're going to hook into the side of that, and then pull through both of them once again. And this is what we call a single crochet stitch. And doing this very first row is the hardest part of crochet, or at least that's the hardest part that I've found so far. And I'm just going to demonstrate how to do this a couple more times. So we're just going to tuck inside of there, go and hook it, pull it through once, and then we're going to go up and get some more yarn, and then we're going to pull it through the last two. And repeat doing this until you get to the end. And I'm at the end of the first line of my single crochet stitches, and I'm going to tuck into that, and then I'm going to make the very last single crochet stitch, and then after that I'm going to create a final chain before I then start going in the opposite direction. And how you create a final chain is you just take your loop, and you're going to reach up and grab your yarn and then pull it through. And now what I'm going to do is show you how to make a single crochet stitch row, and on the second row, because it's a lot easier once you do it the second time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go between those V's, right like that, with our hook, And then we are going to reach up and get some yarn with our hook, turn it like we have been, and then pull it through. Now we have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to go up and get the yarn and pull it the whole way through. So just like we did before, except this time, instead of grabbing just one piece of yarn, we are now going in and getting what is called a V. So we're getting 2 pieces of yarn instead of 1. And that's what you're going to continue doing as we continue crocheting. So once again, go up and get that string and pull the whole way through. And you can actually see a mistake I made here. If you ever do accidentally grab 2 pieces, just reach down real gently and pull the 1 piece off. That is something that I fixed right there very easily, but let me tell you, that caused me a lot of headaches before I realized just how easy it is to pull that out. All right, and we'll do this. And then I'm going to continue going onwards for the rest of this row, and then we're going to create what is called a 1/2 double crochet stitch. And now I'm doing the very last one. I'm going to go and loop there and pull it through. And then after we do that, we create our final chain to start our next row. And whenever we're going to do a 1/2 double crochet, we just hook once and pull it through. And then we flip over our work and we proceed to start with the next line. Now to create a 1/2 double crochet, the thing that's different is we're going to pull our hook underneath and then we are going to tuck underneath the V just like we did previously. And we're going to tuck under the V, and then we're going to go up and get some yarn with our hook, pull it through the first loop. Now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook, and then you're going to go and hook the yarn again and pull it through all 3. And that's a 1/2 double crochet. And we're going to go do that once again after we get that through there. Once again, just go up, wrap your hook around your yarn, and then tuck it underneath the V, and then pull it through the first loop, and then go and pull it through all 3 of the loops. And you're going to do this once again until you get to the point where there are none left. And then at that point, what we're going to do is we're going to make a double crochet stitch, and you end the row or start the new row by putting in 2 turning chains, just as I show right here. And you're going to pull that through, and then we are going to loop under just like we did before, and we're going to find our first V to go under. And we're going to go through that, and then we're going to hook the yarn with our hook and pull it through like that. And now we see we have 3, and what we're going to do is then go hook it again, and we're going to pull it through the first 2 of those. And once again, if it gets a little tight, don't worry about it. Just take your time, keep everything nice and loose. Now you can see we have 2 little holes there, and we're going to go up with our hook again, and we're going to pull it through. All right, and that is a double crochet stitch. Again, loop under, and we're going to find our next V that is not already occupied. Tuck inside of there, loop through, and then we have 3. And now we're going to go and hook it again, pull it through the first 2, and then we're going to go get some more yarn and pull it through the last 2. And continue doing that. And once we get to the end of that, it's going to be time to make a triple crochet. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're actually going to make 3 turning chains, exactly as you see right here. And there is another one. There is the third. And that's what that's going to look like. 3 V's in a row like that. Then we're going to turn over our work. And then we're going to do 2 loops. So we're going to wrap it around here once. And then we're going to wrap it around there again. And then we're going to go down into our work here. You can see the V that's unoccupied. And we're going to tuck inside of there. And then we're going to pull through. And you can see now we have 4 loops on our hook. And then we're going to go and we're going to hook into this. And we're going to pull through the first 2 of them. And if anything catches, don't worry about it. Just take your time. I'm actually messing up a little bit here because I'm actually trying to do this through a telephone, so it's a little goofy. Either way, so I got 3 on there now, and now I'm going to go and make sure I keep my tension about the same, but I also want to keep it loose. Very important, keep it loose. So we're going to go and hook again, And we're going to go through the next 2. And there we go. And just ease in there. Whoop, you see it got caught, but I let it slip off. And then we have 2 left. And now I'm going to go and hook it once more and pull it through the last 2. And that is how we make a triple crochet stitch. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And with some practice, you'll be making yourself some slip knots and chain stitches, as well as single crochet stitches, 1/2 double crochets, and triple crochets. And like always, please leave your questions and comments below. Otherwise, till next time.